Here are 30 healthy habits and mindset shifts that you need to adopt in order to become that girl in 30 days. Well, welcome back to the Get Up and Glow podcast. I am your Glow Up Fairy Godmother, Madison Haynes. And if you want to glow up and become the best version of yourself, this channel is for you. Today, we are going to talk about healthy micro habits that you can adopt in every area of your life to help you become that girl. But here's the thing, I'm not going to go and give you just random content creator fluff. No. That's not how we do things around here. Around here, we're going to talk about what you want, which is to become that girl, and the action steps that you can adopt right now, the healthy habits you can start right now to become that girl. Starting with chapter number 1, mindset shifts that you need to adopt in order to change everything. I have the secret hack to solve every single one of your problems in life, and that is to use the third person technique. Instead of asking yourself, what do I do? What do I do? Asking other people for their opinion. What do I do about this? What do I do about that? No, instead, do this. Stop, detach from your own emotions and think, what would the highest version of me do in this moment right now to have the best outcome possible? If you are not so incredibly delusional about your potential, about what you can achieve in your life, you're doing something wrong. Think of every single person who has made it, who has gotten their goals, lived their dream. They were so incredibly delusional about the success that they would achieve. So much so that they just genuinely believed it. It's like Chapel Rowan. You see that video online of her wearing that like monochrome red outfit before she had all of her hair theory figured out. And she goes and she is singing Pink Pony Club and essentially is just talking about how she is going to work hard and do whatever it takes to be able to get there. And now she's won a Grammy. Now, obviously, hard work equals success, determination equals success, perseverance equals success. But in order to persevere, in order to be dedicated, you need to believe in yourself and tell yourself that it's gonna work. So a habit that you can get into if you truly want to become that girl and live your best life is to start living your best life right now. Keep telling yourself that that outcome that you want so badly, it's certain, it's gonna happen to you, and all you need to do is trust in the universe, trust in God, keep working, and live your best life. Now, here's the thing about why you can't stick to your healthy habits. You get motivated. You listen to podcasts like these. You're like, I'm going to become that girl. So you adopt all the that girl habits that you hear about for a week, maybe 2, maybe even a month. But then you get frustrated. You don't see the results as fast as you want. Something hinders you. So you give them all up for a day, and then you say, what's the point? I gave them up for a day, a week. Why start again? I've lost all my progress. And that single-handedly is what is keeping you from truly achieving success. If you want to win, you need to learn and master the art of becoming adaptable. Essentially, what this means is your healthy habit is to practice psychological flexibility. So when something comes your way, out of the expected, it's hindering your progress, it's preventing you from doing whatever you want to do. Instead of spiraling about it, instead of crying about it, instead of being poor me and putting yourself into that victim mindset, which we do not tolerate over here. Instead, I want you again to detach and think, okay, this problem is coming my way. I have to deal with it no matter how much it sucks. I could cry about it. I could throw away all of the hard work I've done, all of the healthy habits I've established. Or you can say, you know what? It is what it is. Because at the end of the day, that problem ain't going anywhere. You're going to have to solve it. You have to deal with it no matter how crappy it is. So go and think, what is the best way, the easiest way to deal with this problem that my highest self would do? And maybe that means that you have to put other healthy habits on hold for a little bit. And that is okay, because you know what? Right now, that problem is a high ROI task. It's a task that says, you know what? This is going to consume a lot of your energy, but once you go through this, you come out on the other side, you'll be stronger, and then you can pick up those habits later. When an unplanned interruption happens in your daily routine, you don't have to throw away all of the healthy habits you built, but rather you are just placing them down for later. You need to switch your mindset. You're not throwing them away, you're putting them down, but you're going to pick back up right where you started when it is time. Now, here's a life-changing habit. Your brain follows your behavior. Everyone talks about, confidence and faking it until you make it. And I do believe that that works and that can help. And if that's helpful for you, then absolutely do that. But at the end of the day, if you're truly struggling with confidence and you keep coming back to episodes about confidence and how to stop being insecure, honestly, the best tip I have for you, the healthy habit that you need to start right now to be that confident it girl, is to just start. Just do those things you want to do. Do them insecure. Do them scared. Do them unmotivated. I don't care how you have to get yourself up and motivate yourself to go and do the things that you know you should be doing to live your best life. I don't really care. I don't care if you don't even want to do it, if you know it's healthy for you. I want you to go and just do it. Instead of pretending to be confident, to be successful, to be your best self, just start acting like her and tell yourself, oh, I'm not pretending. I'm not faking it until I make it. I actually am her. Even if you don't believe it, just keep telling yourself, I am that girl. I am confident. I can do this. I've got my own back. I've always had my back. Look at how Look at how my life has turned out so far. All of these things, all of the things I have done for myself have led me here, and that worked out. So I'm going to keep going, keep doing the things I want to do because I am that girl. Because girly, newsflash, you are. And once you start telling yourself that, and like not just in the way of like, I'm going to pretend to, I'm going to fake it until I make it, until I become confident. Sure, if that works, okay. But why don't you try that instead? Why don't instead of you just faking it, don't tell yourself in your brain that you're faking it. Don't pretend that it's a facade that you just drop as soon as you get home. No. You're going to become her. You're going to be her outside of the house in front of strangers. You're going to be her around your friends and family. But more importantly, you are going to be her. Be that girl for yourself. Because who you are when you're alone, the things that you say, not just when other people are around to hear them, but the things you say to yourself, those things matter most. And if you genuinely want to be that girl and live your best life, you need to start thinking that way. The next healthy habit is to make peace with boredom and just practice discipline. If you only work when you feel motivated, you're never going to reach your highest potential because you're not going to feel motivated all the time. It's winter. You're going to be burnt out. You're going to be tired. You're going to want to stay in that warm bed. You're not going to want to get up at 6. And yes, you're not going to be perfect every single day. And I'm not asking you for perfection. I'm just asking you to do the things you know you need to get done despite wanting to do them. Because your mind right now, it's trying to keep you comfortable. It's trying to keep you safe. But you know what? That safe little bubble, watching Netflix all day, coming home from school or work and just doing nothing with your life, it's not going to get you anywhere despite putting you in that continuous sleep that leads you to listen to motivational podcasts like this just to be motivated for 7 days and then give up and start that slump all over again. But girly, I have got good news for you because we are heading into chapter number 2, which is hyper productivity micro habits that you can do to be that girl, keep yourself motivated, and get that stuff done that you need to get done. You can use the Lifeline hour, or if you are short on time, the Lifeline 20 minutes to win it type of vibe. What is this? Simply put, technically, you're supposed to wake up and do 1 hour of productivity right off the bat before you check your phone, before you do anything. But I'm here, and if you already are part of the Get Up and Glow podcast, the Get Up and Glow girlies on the side of self-improvement talk, you know we do things a little bit different on this side of the self-improvement internet, okay? What I do, what my podcast is all about, is giving you actionable steps so you can become the best version of yourself. But if I tell you right now, wake up every morning and for 1 hour, do yoga and then meditate and blah, 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 I know you're not going to do it. You're not going to stick to it. You know why? Because you're not an influencer who has endless amounts of time in her day to go and just structure her morning routine, whatever, because she can start at whatever time. I know you have work or I know you have school, and it probably starts at 8 or 9. Am I right? So here's the thing. I get an hour in the morning is a lot of additional time. And I also understand that you probably have a tendency to go to bed a little later because when you get home from work or school, you want to do things for yourself on top of cooking, meal prepping, trying to work out, trying to build your dream life. And that's hard and it takes time. So instead of trying to take an hour in the morning and do all this stuff, start with 20 minutes. Now, all I ask for in this 20 minutes is for you to personally know yourself to grow yourself. What is something that is going to yield the highest return on investment, ROI, for your day? This could be doing 20 minutes Pilates because you know that working out is a struggle for you and you don't have time at night, but just by starting 20 minutes a day to do an ab workout, you can see change, especially if you stick to that over a long period of time. Or it could be you feel great when your house is clean or your kitchen is clean and you don't have time to always do it at night. So 20 minutes is spent doing the dishes. Whatever it may be, you know yourself, okay? So take that 20 minutes to do something that is going to make you feel the best and set yourself up for success every single day. Now, if you want to become the most productive girl you've ever become in your life, hello, my name is Time Blocking. So nice to meet you. But no, girl, for real, time blocking is that girl, type A girl's best friend. But here's the thing. If you've ever time blocked before, and if you don't know what that is, it's basically being like, I work from 9 to 5. And within that workday, maybe you go and you schedule out the different tasks you need to do. And whatever task that's on your to-do list, you break it down into a time slot allocated to spend time working on it. But you know what? We're human. Other people are human too. Things are going to pop up in your day. The reason you always fail at time blocking is because you're not blocking in time for buffers, time for the unexpected, time for you to go and chill, time for you to scroll on your phone because you need a break. Because humans are not meant to go and sit and work for 8 hours straight. No, we literally need mental breaks because it's actually more productive to take breaks and you will get better quality of work as a result. So if you didn't know that, girly, go take a little stretch right now, okay? Shake out your neck or your hands or whatever. I don't care. Drink a sip of water. Calm down. You're going to be all right. I want you to get into the healthy habit of mastering the 2-day rule when you break a habit. What is this? Essentially, you can miss a habit 1 day. Okay, you're really tired, you need to listen to your body. Yes, do it. That is productive. You're going to be And by taking a rest, you're going to be more productive because you're going to fill your own cup. But as a healthy habit, I do not want you to miss more than 2 days in a row. Okay. So if you have to skip that gym or whatever's on your to-do list that you said you're going to do, and you need to reallocate that time and you need to reallocate your list because something came up or you just need a break, okay. All I'm asking is just to not skip 2 days in a row. That habit comes straight from James Clear's book for habit formation and essentially avoids that guilt spiral that you have when you skip a healthy habit. Now, if you are the type of girly who goes and hangs out with your friends or family and catches yourself staring at your phone way too long because you want to check your notifications, the emails that come up for work, whatever that may be, try this next time you go out with your girls. Next time you go out for drinks, for dinner, okay? Take your Instagram stories. I get it, okay? The camera eats first, but then after that, I want you to all stack up your phones in the middle of the table and just socialize. This is going to be so beneficial because you guys are not going to be on your phones, not distracted. You have quality time with each other and it helps reduce your screen time. Stop spending free time by habit stacking with a bad habit. So if you're doing a healthy habit in terms of self-care, that could be taking a bath. It could be watching a movie. It could be hanging out with friends. Don't go on your phone and have your phone interrupt those healthy self-care habits. Sit and watch your TV show and actually watch it. Be mindful. This is your time. This is your dedicated self-care time. Be aware of that. And the second you do this and remind your brain, this is me time. I get to choose what I want to do to relax, and I'm choosing this habit. So I'm not going to go and doom scroll and distract myself from this because this is actually a privilege. I'm actually really excited about that. And when you switch your mindset and start enjoying your self-care or enjoying your off time, you're going to feel so much more relaxed. Now, we all know part of being that girl is about health. It's about wellness. So if you're looking for healthy habits to help you become that girl, hello, welcome to chapter number 3. Have you tried out mouth taping? Everyone and their mother is talking about this, and I've already mentioned it on a podcast before, but essentially, mouth taping is super hot right now. What is it? You buy special type of mouth tape, or you can get it for cheap online. Just make sure you cut a slit into it just in case you need to breathe, because sometimes when you're breathing, or because sometimes when you sleep at night, you need to unknowingly take a gasp of air, and it's important for your body to be able to do that. So be very careful with this. But by mouth taping at night, apparently it's supposed to give you a snatched jawline because you are being forced to breathe through your nose, not through your mouth. But it's also supposed to give you the best sleep of your life. And apparently it can even reduce anxiety, it can improve your energy and focus. Does this work? Well, I started it for a few days and I felt like it did, and I have not kept up with this healthy habit. So I'm going to start it. Okay, I promise you, and I'll update you in the next episode. So if you haven't yet, subscribe so you don't miss an episode. As a part of your morning routine, I want you to go and look at the sun, not directly staring at it and burning your eyeballs, okay? Don't do that. What I'm saying is just get outside, or if you cannot get outside because it's cold, go to a window and just look at the sky, especially if it's a nice sunny day. This is such a great way to just put yourself in a good mood, and it's actually proven to help you become more productive and less stressed. Now, another really healthy habit for you to start is to try and integrate protein in every single one of your meals. This can be as simple as just buying protein bread instead of normal sandwich bread. Eating whole grain bread instead of white too. But that way, if you're gonna go and have a breakfast sandwich in the morning, you have that protein. There's protein in cheese as well. There's protein in eggs. There's protein in a lot of things. Go and do your research. Go and integrate. Eat high protein vegetables like broccoli. Just eat protein in general. But the more protein you eat, the better your goals, how hard you're working at the gym is going to show up on your body. And when you eat your meals, try to eat your protein and your vegetables first before your carbs. Another great healthy habit to get into is to drink a full glass of water before you eat your meals, because there's a study that showed that when 2 people went and sat down and had a meal, the person who had a glass of water first actually was fuller faster. Another health and wellness that girl habit is to actually get yourself in the habit of lifting weights. You know, if you're a cardio girly, I get it. I love cardio too, but I can promise you, if you pick up a few weights and you do this right and you don't do it in a way that's going to spike your stress hormone, you will see a big difference in your body. Now, speaking of workouts, sometimes if you're the type of girl who just does not like them, number one, start working out by doing things you enjoy. It could be Zumba, it could be a Pilates YouTube class, it could be yoga, whatever it is, find a workout you like that you can actually stick to. Because ultimately, you can push yourself to go to the gym all you want, but if you know you're not going to go, it's better to go and do a different activity that might yield less results as fast, and do that if you can stick to it long term. Or you go and integrate that into your everyday routine and then just go weightlift once a week. You don't even need a gym membership with this. You can go find something heavy, okay? Go and search up a weighted workout on YouTube and do that. But I want you to stack something that you enjoy with your workout, okay? It could be an amazing playlist. If for instance you want to run, go and search up like treadmill strut playlists. There's like a Hannah Montana one, there's a Sabrina Carpenter one. There's all these different playlists that essentially guide you through your run, and it starts like slow and then all the way to the peak when you're at like your max in terms of your run, all the way down to your cool down. Or you can go and listen to podcasts like this one just to keep you motivated. So as you're working out, you're hearing something that just makes you want to get up and glow. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Speaking of which, I just want to take a tiny little pause, super quick, I promise, just to thank you all for your comments. I have never in my life since starting this podcast received so many comments on every single episode, engagement, subscribers, likes. People have been going to my personal Instagram page, which is at madison.haynes, and have been commenting and engaging with me, and it means the world. I'm at the point now where I might not be able to respond to everyone, but just know that I do see it and I try my best to answer, and I'm so grateful. It truly makes my entire day reading your comments. So thank you so much, and thank you to every single person who took the time to review the podcast. I'm just a part-time content creator. I have a full-time job in marketing. This is just my hobby for now. I would love to turn this into a career. So again, you rating the podcast, you commenting on every video helps me grow so much to get me closer to my dream. So I just wanted to take the time and say, truly, thank you so much. Okay, let's get into the next chapter, mental toughness and emotional control. If you want to become that girl, you need to start putting yourself into situations that make you uncomfortable. This is called exposure therapy, essentially. And what is it going to do? It's going to make you uncomfortable for a bit, but then you're going to realize it's not that deep. You're going to become way more confident as a result. So go, apply for things, ask for discounts, raise your hand in class, speak up at that meeting, do something that you're scared of doing because you think you might be judged, just do it. This is inspired by the book Rejection Proof, and it essentially says that the more you get rejected, the better it is for your confidence because you learn that it's nothing to be feared. So go embrace the art of being rejected. I love rejection because you know why? So cringy. Everyone says this, but rejection is just a redirection. And the more confident you get with being rejected, the more you're going to realize it ain't nothing but a thing. And next time you get rejected, next time someone tells you no, whatever, you're just going to move on with your day instead of spending the entire day spiraling over it. Now, the next time you get emotional, the next time someone says something that's just trying you, girl, instead of responding right away, I want you to take 5 deep breaths before doing so. Better yet, if it's a text message, take a few minutes, take a day if you need to, but I don't want you responding out of emotion. Take a second to think about it first. This is going to help you prevent reactionary decisions. Now, I'm learning this myself, but if there's one thing I can teach you in order to truly become that girl, it is to master your emotions and learn when it's a good time to vent to someone and when it's actually not helpful. Because trust me, it feels really good in the moment to vent about whatever's going on, to complain about that little thing. But at the end of the day, again, it's not about how you're being perceived by your friends. It's almost like how you are perceiving yourself. Because if you keep telling yourself you want to be that girl, you want to be emotionally stable, you want to be whatever you want to be, then you go and just trauma dump constantly, or you talk bad about one of your friends to another friend because you're just really annoyed with her right now. But then all of a sudden you forgive her. The other friend's not going to forget what you said. Okay, so that changes their perception of you, because if you're willing to talk bad about your own best friend to another best friend, that tells that friend that you're that type of person who's probably going to also talk about her when she's annoying you. And it's just a whole negative spiral. You don't want to be that type of person. So learn and be very careful and selective with what you tell people, even if they're your friends, and who you talk about. Sometimes if you're upset, take a breather and just deal with it. Journal about it, and if you're still upset and need to vent to someone, vent to the best person in that scenario. Typically, it's someone who has no attachment to anything that you're venting about. So be careful. If you need to vent about your job, do not under any circumstances vent to your coworkers. If you need to vent about a friend, do not go and do that within your friend group. You can't take your words back. Be very careful with them. If you are mad at your boyfriend now, but you know you're going to forgive him in 5 hours, don't go and cry and go crazy to your best friend, because you know what? Your best friend loves you. So you know what she's going to do? She's going to say dump him. And if you don't want to dump him, it's going to cause problems. It's going to cause a rift in either or relationships. Take a second to breathe, reflect, think before you act. Another healthy habit is to never complain, even in your mind, girly. Be grateful, okay? Sometimes we catch ourselves complaining about things we really don't need to be complaining about, okay? Again, exit that victim mentality. You are not the victim. You are in control of your own life. You are in control of your own decisions. You are in the driver's seat. It's time you get in the car and hit the gas. You're not going to look in the rearview mirror. Yeah, sure, you might glance into the rearview mirror when you have to go take a break, but when you are going to that destination, you're not going to get to that destination you want so badly if you don't hit the gas. And yeah, sometimes you're going to have to stop to fill up for gas to get out of the car. Sometimes you need to take a break. It's fine. I get it, girl. But you need to keep going, keep your eye on the prize, that final destination, and not stop. Now let's get into the next chapter, your life-changing habits for overall success. Keep a lesson learned journal for your future daughter. What is this? If you go through something and then you get out of it and you think, oh my gosh, I've just had an epiphany. I've learned so much. Wow, I've grown. Look at me. Okay, great. Celebrate yourself, but then also write it down. Create a book or a notes app, whatever, all called Lessons Learned in Life. And every time you learn a meaningful lesson, write it down. And then when you are a parent, you can share this with your future kid. And if you don't choose to have kids, then you can just look back at your life when you're old and gray and look at all of the lessons you've learned. What a beautiful thing. I want you to get into the habit of thinking, will I regret not doing this? We often get so worried about, are we going to regret making a choice? Am I going to regret making a choice? But what about your regrets about the things you don't do? Those are the things that keep you up and eat you up when you're old. Picture you when you're old and gray. What are the things you're going to say, I regret not doing this? You regret not taking chances. You regret not leaving that job you hated. You regret not going after the things you wanted. What are you going to regret? Think about it and then start doing those things and taking actions to those dreams right now. I want you to write a letter to your future self every single year. If you have not done this, do it right now. And then on New Year's Eve of 2026, you get to read it to the end of 2025 you. And it's so beautiful. You see all of your hopes and desires for you at the start of the year, and then you get to see all the things that you came true or the things that you didn't, and just where you went with your life this year and how you grew. Now, girly, we've reached the part of the episode where we go and embark on the Glow Up 90 challenge. What is the Glow Up 90 challenge? Well, Glow Up 90 is where we do 3 challenges a week to help us become the best version of ourselves, become that girl in 90 days. So the first challenge for this week is I want you to treat rejection as a game. I want you to set yourself a goal of getting rejected every single day. Now, you don't have to go into this challenge with the purpose of genuinely getting rejected. Just do something where you could get rejected. You could fail. This could be raising your hand in class, speaking up in a meeting and pitching an idea. This could be whatever you want to do, but you're a little bit like, oh, what if this person says no? This causes me anxiety. Just go do it and try to do it every single day. And if this really intimidates you, you can start small and just go and walk up to a stranger and compliment them every day. Now, this one, challenge number 2, is going to be very hard, but this is just to catch yourself when you complain. So when you wake up and you start complaining about something or you start getting annoyed by something, catch yourself and realize, am I going to be annoyed about this in 10 days, 10 hours even? And if the answer is no, don't waste your time complaining about it. If you want to live your dream life and attract everything that you desire, you need to have a positive mindset. And the best way to do that is by challenging the way that you think and being very mindful of your thoughts. And the next challenge is a very fun one, but I want you to start keeping a life lessons journal and write down the things that you have learned and grown in life. So don't do this all at once, okay? But think of 1 or 3 things that you have really learned so far in your life, the things that you wish you could have told your younger self. And I want you to start by writing that down. Now, I want you to set a goal for yourself that at the end of every 3 months, you go and you think of a new lesson that you have learned and write it down and continue to go. And then one day, when you're old and gray, you'll have an entire book of all of your life lessons. How amazing. Maybe you can go and publish it. With that being said, for those of you who have reached this part of the episode, you are real ones. You're committed to glowing up and becoming the best version of you. So if you're interested, girly, I have an additional podcast on Spotify. You can go and search it up. It's Get Up and Glow. Go to the episodes that are titled Unfiltered, and they have a little lock on them. If you go and click on them and let Spotify lead you through to that page, you can subscribe and get 2 bonus episodes every single month for $2.99 Canadian dollars. Yeah, less than your Starbucks coffee. With that being said, if someone hasn't told you yet today, I am so proud of you. You are doing amazing, amazing things in this world. You're beautiful, you're kind, you are important. You can do anything, but not everything. Remember that you set your mind to. Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode. Until next week, don't forget to get up and glow.